guys, welcome to Yvette Cooks. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you for so much for stopping by and for watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button. And don't forget the bell button as well. So in this video, I'm going to show you a very quick low carb recipe with turnip. I know a lot of people don't know this, but let's get started. So this is turnip. It's a low carb. This is a root vegetable, doesn't have carbs. So I'm gonna be making it with eggs. So I'm just showing you my ingredients. I have some chopped onions. I think that's a medium onion. I have some tomatoes. That's one full tomatoes. Some green onions, and the green thing you see is just basil. I believe you can use any herbs, guys. I love using herbs in my cooking. They just give it a really good flavor. So I'm just using my potato peeler to just quickly clean up my turnip. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it, but it's Turnip. So that's the way to spell it. So I might be saying it wrong. So I'm just making sure that it's nicely cleaned. And I am going to go ahead and wash it really quick, bring it. Then I'm going to use my grater to grate it. So I'm using this to grate. For this recipe, I'm grating it. But there's another recipe that I'm working on that is different. So watch out for that as well. So I have finished grating it, and this is it in my bowl. Then I'm going to just go ahead and put it in a bigger bowl so that I can mix the other ingredients in there much easily. So I'm just gonna crack my eggs, and I'm gonna start by cracking my eggs. So I'm cracking my eggs and pouring them directly into the turnip in that bowl. If you want, you can crack your eggs in a different bowl, beat all of them before pouring them in there. But I like easy, and I don't want to dirty any other plate or bowl in my house. So I am cracking it directly in there. So I'm just going to add all of my other ingredients, my onions, my tomatoes, and my green onions, and my parsley. I think that's parsley. Yes, it's parsley. So you can use any herbs, honestly, guys. Like I always say, on most of my recipes, that make this recipes yours. Customize it anyhow you like. So that's just salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, but you can use any salt that's in your kitchen. It's all fine. I just love using pink Himalayan salt because I think it's more nutritive. Then there I'm just adding half a teaspoon of chicken broth powder. You guys already know that that's one of my favorite things to use when I'm cooking. It just makes your food taste really good. Then I'm also just adding dry garlics in there. You can omit all of these things that I'm adding, right, guys? Then I'm adding paprika, a little bit of paprika. Then I'm gonna add black pepper because this girl loves black pepper and she puts it in everything. And as far as the measurements are concerned, guys, just eyeball. It's kind of difficult for me to give you exact ingredients for this because the size of your turnip might be different and your taste buds are definitely different from mine. So just eyeball and just play with the different measurements. Like I just eyeball most of the things. So I have my pan on the fire right now on the stove, and I'm using avocado oil. I'm using avocado as my cooking oil today, avocado oil. And I just have just enough in there to nicely coat my pan and also give a little bit of fat to my recipe. Then I'm gonna let that oil heat up for a tiny little bit. Then I am going to pour my mixture directly in there. It's that simple, guys, and this is really tasty. You guys need to try this recipe. So I tried this experimentally. I was just experimenting to see how I can cook this beautiful looking root vegetable, and oh my goodness, I'm glad I tried and I get to share it with you. So just make sure that it's that it's all, nicely fit that it fits nicely into the pan, and just let it sit and cook for a little bit. I think I let it cook for like 5 to 10 minutes, but it depends on the heat, at low heat. So if you're cooking this at high heat, it's gonna burn. So try and keep your heat low. Then I'm going to transfer it in the pan so that I can flip it. It's difficult to flip and cook the other side of it if yeah, without putting it in a plate. So I'm just kind of trying to arrange it on that plate before I turn the other side. So when you think the other side is properly cooked, just put it in, use a plate to flip it. And if you're able to flip it without using a plate, kudos, go for it, guys. You do whatever works. But this is what works for me. So I just have it flipped over, and then I'm just making sure that everything sits well on the so that the other side cooks really well. So the other side, I think I let it cook for 5 minutes, or 5 to 10 minutes still, because this is pretty thick. It takes a little bit of time to cook, and at medium or low temperature, depending on how hot the kind of stove you're using and how hot it gets. So just make sure you're keeping an eye on it so that it doesn't burn. So I think it's fully cooked now, and I'm just going to transfer it onto my plate so you can see. Look at that, guys. Isn't that just so nice and beautiful? So if you try this at home, let me know, guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. See ya.